Kahala Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kachadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and attention. I am doing this work in truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. All right, I want to do this lesson, okay? And it's just going to be, titled America, okay? Babylon is fighting too many wars on one front, man. You know, mainly speaking on Donald T. All right, he's trying to fight too many wars, man, all at once. All right, and that's going to be the downfall, okay, of this kingdom, man. All right, spreading yourself too thin. All right, spreading the resources out too much, spreading uh your military might out too much. That's why they reeled in Babylon. That's why they reeled in, a lot of those troops from Afghanistan that were still out there and all in the Middle East, you know, to try to be able to have a concentration of armed forces that they can deploy anywhere on the planet Earth. Because for the longest, those soldiers have been staged in those countries for pretty much a decade, you know, and that was the only enemy. The Middle East was the only enemy. Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, uh, even parts of Libya. That was seen as the only enemy. But now, okay, Esau is taking a war, worldwide. Now his next potential threat is well, which Iran, which that's always been in the plan that's in the Middle East. But now it's shifted to being primarily Russia. All right, China. All right, with the situation over there in Taiwan. All right, and even now Northern Kingdom is a part of the war with Babylon, man. Which has always been war on Israel. All right, Northern and Southern Kingdom, but never really, declared like that. Since Cuba. That was the last time America really just beefed with any of those so-called Latin American nations, man. And now you got Donald T. I mean, anytime they see a boat come off the coast of Venezuela or Colombia, they sending a goddamn drone strike, man. And it's always suspected, a suspected drug boat. You know, that must be freaking terrifying, man. And subliminally, by doing these attacks, what are they really doing? Because do you think Northern Kingdom gonna be quick to go get on a boat now to go fishing? You know, to handle any kind of business? No, they gonna be fucking terrified. Cause Esau, all right, the devil in the sky, with no evidence, all right, and no consequence, can just light your boat on fire, man. Send a fucking fireball from the sky. And the scripture go into that. This devil and his might and him calling down fire from the sky, man. All right, and that's great fear. Okay, because didn't none of those other ancient nations be able to do that? They couldn't call down fire from the sky. They couldn't hit you with the drone strikes. All right, or put a fucking AC-130 in the air and bombard your ass, or send a goddamn A-10 Warhawk, whatever the hell that shit called. That wasn't happening in the ancient days, man. In the ancient days, but now with Esau and his technology, that is common. Okay, and the other nations in Israel is in fear. all right, being up under this devil. Because you never know. You on a boat fishing, trying to provide for your family, and Esau falsely incriminate you and say that you a drug dealer. Don't and the nigga don't go to the boat and arrest you and take you to court. No, this nigga is judge, jury, and executioner, man. Which is supposed to which is supposed to be un-American. All right, that's not a so-called American thing, man. And that just show that you Edomites are fucking hypocrites, man. That's another reason why you're gonna be judged, man. Because you say that you set this standard, you these righteous people, you created your God given constitution, your natural God given laws and all this shit, and then you just throw it behind your back. You say fuck that. When it comes to Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, fuck all that constitution shit. You know, fuck all your rights to a speedy trial. You know, that's exactly what this devil is doing. And then the same so-called conservative Edomites, they clapping this shit on. All right, unconstitutional shit. All right, so you can't even hold yourself. You've been past the standard of the Bible. That was been done away with. You know, but you can't even hold your own standards when it comes to your fucking constitution and shit. You know, which shows you a piece of shit, and the Most High is gonna take your ass out the way, man, because you're a liar. All right, you're not a man of your word. Okay, you're a thief and a robber, man, and a fucking crook. Okay, you're a crook, and everybody's seeing you for what you are, which is a big old hypocrite. The skirt has been lifted on you, man. It's Revelation chapter 13 and verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Okay, so this is talking about the ancient Roman Empire, man. Okay, and it's end. All right, but guess what? Okay, that deadly wound was healed, man. All right, the beast was healed with America. Okay, the revised Roman Empire, man. All right, and that entire beast system, all right, which is Esau's system, all right, rules the planet Earth. Okay, they got most of the nukes. All right, they dictate policies. All right, they keep you Israelites in bondage. Okay, they operate the international trade. Okay, and control the banking system, man. That's Esau. Okay, and the same ways that Rome went down are going to be the same ways that Babylon goes down, man. Through through a decline of morality in this place. All right, decline of families. You know, currency being all fucked up, hyperinflation. Back then in Rome, they used to shave coins. All right, and the military being expanded too far and wide, man. Okay, that's the same problem with America. America got the most bases, all right, across the world than any other country, and they still expanding on war in South and Central America, man. Got B-2 bombers off the coast of Venezuela. What is the justification? I still ain't heard no justification. All right, does Maduro have does Maduro got WMS? Do he got weapons of mass destruction? Oh, WMDs. WMDs, weapons of mass destruction. What's going on? Is he gassing the people like you said about the president of Syria? What's the justification, all right, for all these threats and provocation to war? Okay, this Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 23. How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? So the scriptures say, how was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? All right, the Most High is going to do this, man. The Most High is going to break up, all right, America, okay, and his military might. All right, the Most High is going to swallow up the American Babylonian armies, all right, in the Middle East, in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. All right, Yahweh Shaphat. Okay, the Most High is going to break this fucking devil up. All right, but right now, the Most High got it to where the military is breaking right now. You know, that's why you got to have Esau giving the military a pep talk, you know, berating them. You need to get your standards up. We need to put women in the right positions. All right, if they can't pass a test, they can't fight. All right, we got too many obese soldiers. You know, trying to whip this fucking dying military into shape. You know, but as the scriptures say, that whatever bomb you take, that America won't be healed. Okay, this place is done. All right, it's infected from the root. Okay, so no matter no amount of chopping and grooming, all right, and adding grease to it is gonna make it better. Okay, because the problem is eternally. The problem is this nation is founded on fucking wickedness. Okay, see that Christianity shit, it kept you up for a little bit. All right, even though you weren't truly keeping the laws of the Bible, all right, at least you practice some type of morality amongst yourselves. You didn't give a damn about Jake. You know, you did all kind of wicked shit to Jake behind closed doors and even in full frame. You know, but when it came to each other, you handled each other different. You know, it was about family and taking care of your brother and all this bullshit. You know, trying to be moral. All right, keeping your women in straightly. All right, having them dress modestly. Okay, but then your ass got corrupted. Okay, and it's only because the Most High was keeping your ass in straightly, man. Because you can't have no society like this. This society would have never survived, you know, from the establishment of Babylon and America. Okay, because you got to have some type of fucking decorum and some type of morality to build up a society, man. When have you ever seen a society just be totally built and successful with a bunch of goddamn degenerates, man? But that's what you got now. All right, through your policies, through your lies, through your wine that you put through the planet Earth. Yeah, it's coming back to bite you in the fucking ass. You wonder why you can't get a damn a woman. You wonder why Susan is acting like Keisha now. All right, because you established feminism in the planet Earth. You established Planned Parenthood and women's rights and women's voting rights and women being able to kill their children. All right. So yeah, that's why you can't keep Susan in straightly now, man. She just is bugged the fuck out as Keisha and trying to go Northern Kingdom thing. But whatever, man. You know. But that's all I had. You know, I pray this lesson is edifying and shalom.